For all you people that believe in God, that's going to see this eventually. Nobody really watching my videos. Cool, because I'm not here for you to. I'm not here to make money off of you. I'm here to speak the truth. Person that's speaking the truth. If you search up, if you actually do research and studies, when people are seeking for the truth, whether they're top names or known names, money has nothing to do with them speaking out. Money has nothing to do with their mission. I was going to say to people, see, I told you so. And if the creator, now this word, I'm not going to say creator today. If God do not want me to go forward with this live, that's going to eventually, envisionally, because that's how it came out. Want me not to say this to the people of the world right now, please stop this live. At any moment, I said, creator, if you are real, again, I've done this twice in my life with the rain, which I'll explain, and with a bird. Birds like to hit my window on my patio. See my patio? For somehow, I don't pick that up. And I'm not set up in my apartment. Once I get set up, I'm going to buy me some curtains. Birds like to hit my window, and they always hit, but at one point, one bird had died. I was like, oh, that sucks. Usually they don't hit that hard to die. And I said, creator. Now, this is when I started using the word creator, the almighty, the father. I said, if you are real, now I am using your words differently of the name, since they keep saying there's power in the name. Please let that bird get up. When this bird to be gone. I didn't give it, and I said, in your time, I didn't give it no time frame. So whether this video get deleted eventually, or somehow it get disrupted due to frequencies or whatever happens to this video, it don't come out to people. I don't, and see, I learned spiritually, a book, literature, a platform is not designed always for the time, for the era, not the ERROR that we made, the era ERA. See how those words sound the same? Spelt the beginning, the first two letters are the same way. See, nobody pay attention to that. But why they sound the same when you say them? In language and translation, they was always, if you look at translation, most times it was translated. And if you look at the strength in them, I'm going to keep telling women that you are the stronger person. I don't know when I don't hate the word wish, because that's a spell word. I want to know the knowledge. When did women, because this is what happened. When women lost their power, we lost our balance. And women psychologically lost their power, we lost our balance. Because women are the birth givers. I don't know how many times I have to say this. And I try to explain this to women, but they doing it in a feministic way. I'm like, that's not the way. I'm telling you are strong, but you're trying to throw me. Well, I'm trying to be. No, that's not intended for you. What your grandma said, whole truth. Well, if we keep passing down the little piece of little knowledge, that's called remnant. If we keep passing down the remnant, that's how we get to where we at. We always survive. We always made fun of. We made pleasure into what was meant to destroy us. We made everything and we changed it. Even the word nigger, we made nigger and we called it brotherly love. Even though the words still don't change, we took the word and say, no, we took the power out of it. So the power in the word is not so much the word. It's the power in your spirit that's showing you the direction, your right, the route, the rights, the path, the good, the positive. And when you allow negative, bad, and wrong to enter so much, where is room for the other good stuff? And if you're not sharing, there's no room for nothing else to pour in. See, I'm not even saying this. I heard this and I learned from myself. Before hearing it, it was already the truth. I didn't need them to tell me the truth. All it did was kind of like, like if you pour water into a bottle it just filled up that bottle a little bit more. Like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So the bottle gonna keep getting filled up. It's gonna keep rising. It's gonna be right here until you understand. So as I say, the word God is not the word that is not, the Spirit told me the name God is not his name. If you check out how the world was built, the world is not built on holy principles. So you call them biblical. Biblical mean book. It's built on book of logic. Nothing in the Bible cannot not be explained. That's why it's 66. And they took out other books. So when it's not explainable, if you go back in history and if it's still out there, if they haven't destroyed it, there's a book of Enoch, the book of Maccabees. There's a what's that word? Apocrypha. There's Red Sea Scrolls. That's all pertaining to the biblical structure of our religion, the binding. To bind is to bring you one and two. To bond is to bring you back. I'm not trying to be one and two myself because I know I didn't create me. My mother and father did. I need to bond back to my mother and father. So if you're not bonded with your mother and father, how can you wholeheartedly go accept a marriage without knowing your mother and father? Marriage is a bonding. It's a togetherness. It's a ma and pa. It's a matrimony. And if you're not doing studying and research, and a lot of this, I'm saying it's not through study and research. That's why it's going to sound crazy. Because you're going to try to look this up. And it's like, well, it's only more spiritual than just, I'm sitting out reading books all day. In which I do read books a lot. I don't watch TV as much. I barely watch. I'm on the social media to see. Every time I'm on social media, I'm just basically saying, why is my little niece acting stupid? Why is these young men? And then once I get on social media, I'll be like, damn, that's a good social media is a best. It's a deprogrammer, it's a reprogrammer, and it's a programmer. It's so easy for a child or even an adult as me that's following whatever they're following, their belief or their belief is, to keep on following it. I heard and I love when people give nuggets because it's not pertaining. They don't realize it, but they can't help it. In the church I go to, the pastor said, is your belief system the same as your belief system? Or is your belief system the same as your belief system? That had me to think. Now, finally, to my answer, do my heart and my mind extract the same outcome? Murder is murder. Stealing is stealing. The same logic, the same principles, the same morals and values and ethics had to apply. Now you got to think even deeper in going to rabbit's hole, the well. Do that apply in my whole life? Or do it apply half of my life? Like how we always say, I see the error in my ways. Do you really see the errors in your ways? So throughout time, do you see the ERAs into your present ERROR? Do you really see? Are you really paying attention? Are you paying attention? That's why you also got to say pay attention. Because it's a price. What is the cost? What is the fare? How are you faring? Even the word FAIR. FARE. What is the fare? You want to be treated fair, but what's the cost? What's the price? And are you doing it both ways? And so in my heart and my mind, it have to be spiritual as well. Because if you couldn't get your heart and your mind to align, if you're searching for an answer spiritually, you will find it. Because it don't take a lot if your heart and mind comes together to get a spiritual answer. But if you're looking for a religious answer, and a spiritual answer is a commitment, not a command. The Creator would never command you to do anything you don't want to do. He would never force you. He would never just throw you in a direction. He's like, I can guide you. But if you already took that path and said you want to jump off, it's kind of very hard to jump off a path. Because on some paths, there is no borders. Some paths, there are borders. Because on most paths, you need a border because you might be going off of a cliff. You're going into an unknown that I'm going into an unknown that no person never known. I never seen people truly advocate for people in the way I'm going to do. And I am meeting people be like, dang, if I started my community in unity, that the creator set a mission out for me because I asked him. I came to him boldly and said, I'm going to do this. I want to. So give me the tools. But if he never gave me the tools, he never allowed me to activate and access the meaning of self and to love me, to even get to love any other person, even to love the spirit, how could I do my mission? And the guy I met, he showed me. Sometimes I'm going to be quiet, even though I think a certain way. Because it's going to be very great to have a left hand and a right hand person by my side. My left hand person is going to be a person that's going to reach these people that's closer in the neighborhood I'm going to. The other person going to understand the neighborhood, but he going to know somebody in the neighborhood that's not thinking like me. See, I'm not trying to reach Africa. I'm trying to reach my city. See, until my city wake up. See, we talk about this woke and conscious crap, this third eye, but we ain't talking about the two eyes that's so visible, clear that we all can see. Some are born with two eyes, but one is not visible. Some are born blind. Some are born deaf. See, and we can't use the same terminology for each person. So if you still working on if you want to say that I have seen this one called the God gene. What is the God gene? See, what is God? See, nobody have yet to explain what is God. And I seen a video, a little baby say he seen heaven. How he knew what heaven was. See, nobody can answer that. But that little boy knew what heaven was. But I guarantee you, he heard the word heaven before he went into that coma. I want to see this one day. And it's going to be hard because that's neglect. To lay a child down in the middle of the room and don't do nothing with this child. I guarantee you, though, I know for a fact, I know for truth in my life, that child will learn, but it'll be all spiritual. Some people think you can't learn spiritual. You can. My mother can teach me right all day. I still have to do it. But spiritually, I'm going to get. I remember I read the creator said, I asked him, was masturbation wrong? He said, yes and no. I said, oh, so it's not wrong. He said, I never said that. And it's going to sound funny. He said, put your hand up to your face. I said, okay. Now make a fist. I said, okay. Now punch yourself. I said, oh. He's like, see how hard you just punched yourself? I was like, yeah, I kind of punched myself harder than that one time. He's like, that's all you doing. Because he said, your seed produced no life. You spilled your seed to produce no life. Even though you didn't go impregnate a woman, you had no mind or heart or spiritual being to be with her. That's cool. Because it's a verse that said, I'd rather you spill your seed into a woman. But the spirit didn't say that to me. The spirit took away, hold on. He gave me awareness of saying, damn, I am damned if I spill my seed into an emptiness. But I will not be condemned if I spill my seed, and then there's a responsibility. You have taken up the responsibility to not have the response, or you have the ability and account in your ability to take care of this child that's about to be produced. Now, if a child if your seed do not fertilize her egg, that is safe. But what is the outcome of that majority of the time? So you would rather play Russian roulette. Russian pull back roulette. Hopefully you hit, but you're going to keep taking chances and stabs after stabs to see if it'll work. See, that don't make sense. So that's why he said, I don't have to chastise you. You chastise yourself. So for people to say masturbation is wrong, it's a yes and a no. It's how you look at it. You masturbate, you avoid a lot of bad cons. Now that is the truth and the trick. consequences, the cons of your sequences. See, you tricked the person. Oh, the sex was good. It's pleasurable. Well, that's the trick. Duh. It's not tricking you, but your mind and your body is tricking you, saying, I'd rather have this pleasure, but this is about to be a lifetime of a person. I'm about to help create with the creator and this woman. See, you're not going to think about that. And I started seeing a lot of posts with, when I see women, is always, I'm trying to empower women this and women that. I don't want my lives to be dictated based on because I'm a guy or a man or I'm a male and whatever you call yourself. I want you to actually have a serious not even train, a challenge of thought. Let it marinate, let it digest, let it process until let it process. Process means to go forward and to proceed. Go, keep moving. You don't have a limitations. And then when people keep being stuck and they finally explain, I was like, see, you was trying to explain to me and I didn't understand. You kept putting limitations on your explanation until you said the truth. And the people were like, OJ, why do you need that so much? Because I don't understand off a limited way. See, it's laminated. See how you say laminated? See, it's funny how I talk and how these words come out. That's how you know language is funny. It's laminated. I don't want a laminated explanation. I would like a plain explanation, simple words. Instead of you walking around like, you happy, you want to be right. I didn't want to be right. I needed it. And then if I learn, if my understanding is not connecting to yours, and a woman say, I can see why you're single, I'm going to say I'm okay because I really truly don't understand what you literally just said. I was trying to get you to say it in a plain way, but that was the only way you knew how to say it. But I kept coming at you different ways. That's aggravating because actually I just told you, I don't understand the way you're speaking. That's why there's language barriers. That's why being taught, trained, and nurtured and fostered, there's barriers. Just like when you talk to other races, they don't understand the way we talk, the way we act, the way we treat each other. In a way, and I'll say, I understand why y'all do it, but somehow they can't understand why we do it. The things we can say to each other, why they can't, why we can do all this and they can't. See, they don't understand that, but we do. Then when you explain it, it's like, I will sit there for a long time and keep breaking it down in different ways. And as they talk and give me examples, my mind, and then spiritually, after a while, your heart and mind got to come together with your spirit. And the spirit would say, give them this. And then once I give them that, they was like, you couldn't have said that in the beginning. I was like, no, because I didn't know who you were. I did not know who I was talking to. So the creator in all forms, he know who you talking to, but you don't know who you talking to. When I say on to one, I say on to all. It's your choice. It's your path. It's your journey. Now, it's been time. So if this still don't work, God is G-O-D. In the English language, there was not the word God. They went by a lot of other names. And when they used the word God, if you actually take the language and read right to left, we don't supposed to read left to right. Version of language is right to left, even in pictures. So for what I researched so far, all the pictures drawn on buildings and maps on paper, on anything was read right. This is my right. And it went to the left. Because we is never supposed to go from the left to the right. It's a lot of history on that as well. Starting on the left, you trying to say we going from bad to good, but we supposed to go good to bad. But if you break it down through translation, understanding the language, the way we were created, we always talk about we start on the right side. That's not a coincidence. That right means good and positive. That's not a coincidence. That's not fake. That's it's a if you look up these words, if you look up the etymology and practice and you study with the Jewish word and the Hebrew word and the Greek word, it'll tell you. So if you read the word God right to left, what word do you get? Get the word dog. Now, dog means servant, not in a good servant, not in a way where it's honorable. And when you feed dogs, they throw the food on the floor. So basically, you telling me the religion or the word we use, they threw it on the floor at us. So the creator just threw what he wanted us to know on the floor at us, and we supposed to eat it and lick it up? No. So what happened? You reading right to left is dog is servant, and that's a slave. But if you go into the German culture, the East Asian or Asian culture, you know, in Russian culture, in other cultures that fought in the World War One, like the Russians and all that, and let's say New England. New England is United Kingdom. You know what dog means to them, but somehow in America, dog means something good. It don't. Dog mean demon. So, as I told my devoted people that was Christians, I was like, I don't use the word God. I was like, I'm not different from you. I'm weary on it because the three names that the Spirit have gave me was the Almighty, the Father, Ma and Pa. Go look up Ma and Pa, patriarch, matriarch. So there always been a balance. I want women to know that. So there's the Father. Not so much that the Father is so much the man. See, we got to know words. If you just say F-A, M-A, young M-A, she understands something, or whoever gave her that name understood. And if you ever heard her talk, I listen to people to a certain extent, just like people listen to me to a certain extent. I know nobody gonna listen to me, so I'm not really worried. And I'm not contradicting or trying to say I'm putting myself down. I just know the truth. This is going to be heard later in years and years when YouTube is around. And I'm going to be like, because in most cases, it take people 10 years. That's why I'm watching these people on Instagram going all this hard and they doing it in front of people's eyes. My works is not in your eyes. My works is literally walking down the street talking to young men and women. You're not going to see that. I'm not going to record it. If I feed a person, I'm not going to show you I fed a person. I take pride in knowing that I can help someone. But then I tell the person, I really don't got it. Because if I get this to you, I'm going to be hurting next time. So it's like I'm going to have to constantly, and the creator showed me that. You can help, but you don't have to constantly build up to where you need to go. Help yourself first. So next time, she can hold off. You know how she can hold off? She fighting just like you. Her fear is the same fear you went through. But guess what is different now? Guess what is going to be totally different from this young lady or this young man that I met? He was like, they got you. See, who did you have? I thought, as I watched these basketball players, these young black men, I could get my mother a Maserati, a car, or take on her dream vacations, or rent everything out. Then I learned things in life going to happen to you, which nobody can help you with. I'm not angry at people. It might come off. But when people start cutting you off, they do not get to hear the whole you. And by the time they make up their mind about you, that's why I need explanation. Now you will learn about me. It don't make sense because I know saying what you're going to say right now, a week later, it's not the same full course meal. This is not a full course right now. A week later, everything you wanted to say to me, I'd rather wait for you to say. But don't tell me. I'd rather a woman say there is some things are wrong. But at this moment, let me think about them. I'd rather hear honesty from day one. Because in reality, when a woman loves a man and likes a man or admires him, how they say, shoot your shot. She'll jump on you. She'll call you. All that go out the window. Or if not even that case, when you call, she's excited. You can hear it in her voice. But when a woman don't have that, this is just a nugget too for you, man. Admiration for you. You don't keep trying to be persistent because you got to remember what the world is showing them on social media. She may not never been attacked by a man by his advances being said no. But she would use every 10,000 story another woman used, 10,000 stories around the world. I'm not mad at her, but that's what social media does. Just like you might see this, you're going to say, well, he sound crazy, but that's what social media does. So the universal name the Spirit gave me was Father Almighty. Almighty. And the Creator. You know why those words can be the Creator? He created all this. He created me and you, an image of him. No matter what shade and what color we are. The Father, because it took that man, it took the Father, they only use the word Father because it's a male seed. Duh. It has something to do with man being the strength and the ruler of the world. It's the male seed that fertilized the embryo while inside the woman's stomach that it becomes the carrier and it's called a womb. So the universe is a big womb. So when we see a mass explosion, that male seed has entered the universe. So if we don't understand that inception and stop listening to their conception, we would never get that. Why Father is used first. Why is man? Because it's the male seed. It's nothing to do that the women was less than. I had to keep, and I don't prove to a woman that she's weaker than me. See, other people around you may say, because I remember I liked this lady. She was tall like me. I just liked her in general because like I'm just attracted to tall women. That's been like that since I was younger. It had nothing to do with because I was going to be tall. It's funny that I'm tall. I'm 6'5", 6 feet 5 inches. And I was like, OJ, go talk to her. She tall. I was like, oh, already seen her. And I was making my move. And I asked her, like, do you find interest in me? And she said, no, not really. I like that type. Like she was showing me guys. I was like, cool. She danced with me and stuff. But by her being so honest with me, and the thing I learned, women, you got to learn discernment. Because I always ask a woman, how you know that was your husband? How you know? And a lot of women don't give me good answers. I don't mean good answer for who I am. I mean like I never hear. They guess they want a God fearing man. They connected. They want their man to be a leader. But the Creator going to show you great things about who you are too. To know that he's a good man. He's a great leader. Even if he's a great leader and not a leader for you, he's going to show you. And it's easy for you to say it without you dissing and dogging him. And just like that man called you all types of names, because he's used to being hurt. I'm not defending him. Just like you're used to being hurt, he's used to being hurt. But a lot of people don't take it well. I'm not going to defend neither man or woman on that. To me, y'all both stupid. I don't see the point, but I know that people go through things. I'm not going to worry because I don't do it. So I don't do a lot of things. People are like, oh, you would never get it. I guess I'll never get it. Because I know when women like certain guys, they made sure they let that guy know. So if a woman like you, believe me, in some way or form or fashion, she would take her time out to let you know she like you or admire you. So to the God that we're using is the Creator, the Almighty. He's the Almighty because he's all. He's Spirit. They said he needed the Spirit to complete the earth. And with that being said, we use the word Jesus and Holy Spirit. That's when we call it the Trinity. So you say God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. That's the Trinity, right? But they all are one, but they're all not the same. So by God sent down the Spirit of Jesus into Mary to have a child without Joseph's seed, but through the Spirit, see, look at the light shining through more. See, y'all think I'm crazy, but that light wasn't just there. But okay, but I'm speaking truth. See, and that's all I know. And this is sound corny. And I miss my. I didn't miss. I didn't. I didn't. I don't like the word capitalize. I did not advance my opportunities to the greatest potential before that I had in my life. I'm put it that way. Don't think you failed. Just say you never had you didn't advance, you didn't process, you didn't proceed your greatest opportunities in life that you had. That's all you didn't do. You didn't fail. You did not fail. How did you fail? You took all the knowledge you knew, the best you knew how, and you took it and you went for it. You with your best ability. How did you fail? Please tell me, how did you fail? Oh, because you lost the race. I didn't know that's how you fail. You came in third. Oh, you was looking to come in first. Well, with every time I lost, I looked at guys that played basketball longer than me. I looked at their skill set. I asked myself, what could I have done more? I was dead tired playing. And then people like, you got energy to play after? I was like, no, because only thing I'm really working on is like what I didn't do. And dude, like, give him, and I'll play with somebody that got energy. Because I remember Russell Westbrook said this. He said, the game don't start when I'm at 100%. When I first start off the game, I got all this energy. He said the game start when I'm at 0%, when I'm tired, when I don't want to run up the court, when I don't want to defend, when it's hard for me to get back. That's when the game started. That's usually the fourth quarter. When those bad calls, oh, they get the ball back? They weren't supposed to. It went out of bounds on them. That's when the game start. They didn't. We know the game's rigged, but the ones at the time when I was playing, I know they was doing a little cheating. For whatever reason, that's their reason. Because they wanted the team to win. They needed to spot them points. They had bets going on. And they had bets going on. Work around a lot of elderly people. And to meet a lot of their family. So had the flu the last 3 days. So the people, and man, I didn't touch it again. They went out of bounds again. So you had to run that play 3 times. And imagine the energy it took for you to stop that play. Imagine how much energy now when you don't have energy to continue. See, we always want to align things up to suit our perspective. Our inception, how they see. I'm not a psychologist. I don't want to be a psychologist. I don't want to mess with nobody's psyche or psychological development that they parent, mother, father have gave them. But I know as an adult, at the age, if spiritually at the age of 8 to 12, you know right from wrong, yes and no. I know by 35. I know if I go right now and shoot a person, I'm destroying, and you don't even got to tell me, I'm destroying the whole family. I know I got to make up for that, but I know there's a chastisement and a punishment spiritually and naturally. The punishment is I just made families on families suffer. That person I just took out, and see, we don't want to see. We have to say, why you go to the extreme? Because nobody never made sense of the extreme to me. Everybody sounded so cliche. If I take a paper clip and I steal from work, and you're stealing it, because they say, how do you compare a paper clip to a murder? I say, let's do this. Keep stealing those boxes of paper clips. Don't after a while those paper clips add up. So they start doing this. So they start making, this is their profit from little bitty paper clips. This don't matter. $10 a box, $10 a box. They keep losing $10, $10, $10. You're just taking the paper clips. So after a while, the company have to cut losses. And most cut losses is to people's livelihoods. And you see how this murder can be compared to you stealing a paper clip. I don't, if I have to keep going to explain this, but some people do. So the person can lose their job because they need to cut, because they don't know where this money going to, or they got to cut buying paper clips. That's why a lot of things are reusable now. But if they never find out, they cut one job. This person got to keep going out and going out. So this person is losing the ability to feed themselves because they got a skill. They're working their skill. They're working what their talent is. Maybe not fully because you're working for a company. So it started affecting their lives. It started affecting their family lives. Anything that can affect another person's life, and I always say it like this. I say this since I was little. My actions affecting somebody's lives right now. My non-action is affecting somebody's lives. When I'm not at work, I know a person is not getting the care they deserve. See, that sounds funny coming from a 6'5" black man that's 35. I'm about 230. See, that sounds funny. You so used to hear, I'm a nigger, I'm a nigga, I'm a hoodlum, I'm from the hood. You so used to that, right? Right. Especially white people, black women. I'm gonna hurt you. Some way down the line, I'm gonna hurt you. Everybody can do it. Every race of man can do whatever they want. He not gonna hurt you. But when he do, we can advocate and cover up. Oh, I'm a player. Oh, he just got a mistress. That's okay. He taking care of his home. Oh, I'm taking care of my home too. But I get a different outlook. But I know when I'm at work, I'm making a difference for myself and them other people. But it won't help if I go to work sick and I'm steadily coughing. And right now I'm very dizzy. I know you keep noticing me, I'm going like this. But I'm sitting down, so I'm not to worry about falling backwards or anything. So as you start understanding what you are learning or what you was taught, breeding and fostered and traditionally, start finding out who you are, learning your own truth. I have my own truths. I was watching Black Panther, which I ain't finished. I said this yesterday. I'm keep saying it. That's the so far. A man that has not prepared. A man that has not prepared his children for his own death has failed as a father. And the Creator have not prepared us for his death. And I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about being here in the world, killing us spiritually. We are killed spiritually. That's why the world was not created on the God, because God means demon. So if you actually going to study this, you can't study with the Bible. You say you try the spirit by the spirit. You got to try the spirit. So if you're really strong in your belief instead of your knowing, you really got to try it by the spirit. And by the spirit, just ask the spirit. Say, Spirit, would you please lead me to the all, not half and some. And Spirit, can you come and cover me with this information? And when you're doing this, and if you're a big known time name person, make sure you are covered. I don't mean just with people. People kill their own people all the time. The only reason I can get away with saying this because nobody watching me. Nobody got me on their radar. I have not so many followers. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the people. That's truly, really the challenge there. Like, what's going on? I've been lied to. You gonna tell your child there's a Santa Claus, there's an Easter bunny, right? But then you want the child to believe later on in life other things, correct? Think about that. Be your best you. Love yourself, not a lover of yourself. Make sure this is a season. You stay hydrated. It's starting to get cold out now. Well, I live in the New York City area, so I'm going to stay hydrated and everything else. You can see on my live where I'm located, so it don't matter. And see, I had the flu. I beat it out in 4 days. I took no medicine whatsoever. All I did was drink the peppermint calamine tea and calamine honey lavender tea. Something like that. I still got it in the box. So that's all I took. So that's not true about drugs either. I feel like I used to say to myself, I am legend. I got the blood like Will Smith did in the movie. People laugh. I was like, if you only knew the power that you truly have, if you only knew the greatness, the dream is not the $1 million. You are the $1 million dream. When death happens, And the one thing, ooh, a man that has not prepared his child for his own death has failed as a father. Your job as a father is to prepare your son and daughter or the seeds that you help create for life. For life. He didn't say from 1 to 18 or from 1 to 22 or from birth to a certain age. Did he? Is that a certain age? No, there is not. It's a life. 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 Just like I have a life, you was given life. That means all whole, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Fine. And then with if that comes, and one thing that's never mentioned is financially. If you look at all great people, it was nothing about finances. So if you don't even know your own greatness, don't matter what I say to you right now or what you challenge yourself to, it don't even matter. You got to know that you're great. Without you, whatever's going to come. And that's what we did not do. We call them successors or electors or whatever the name is. When Malcolm and Martin died, nobody was left. Or Newton, Huey Newton, Black Panther Party members, and the original creators. Nobody was left. I'm not talking about these other people that's walking around here. I was like, well, if y'all really was about it, let's ride or die. How come nobody shot at you yet? Why nobody tried to kill you yet? Come on now. We had these owl shops, but they messed up because they was taking money. Easy, like you say, easy peasy. I got you in a bag. I want to tell people now, I've been offered money. Because if they can take me away at a low level, imagine what you can do you're not going to reach me at a high level. I don't need money to say I'm sufficient at life. I don't need you to tell me that my finances. My comfortable is being able to like eat food and have clothes on. See, I'm happy I never had this expensive or rich taste. People can say you're not striving. Oh, yes, I am. Not in the manners as others are. See, you're striving to look good. See, I look good right now. See, it sounds funny to you because I don't need this. As myself, I look good. That's how you should always picture yourself. You look good as you are, as you come. A weave, a makeup, an extension, a glasses, a chain, a whip, what we call cars, what they beat us with the clothes you wear on your back, whether you got a t-shirt on, some sneakers, some J's, some certain type of drawers, a certain bikini. That don't say nothing about you. I'm not blinded. I'm a very aware of what's going on in this world. So if that's your only cause and your only purpose, you're gonna fall flat on your butt. You might fail because you're trying to cause a success from a fail. See, them are failure. Capital is to still take you enslaved. That's a fail. To really become yourself, that's a success. And to create new opportunities for yourselves and you to actually complete a lot of opportunities you created, that's being successful, wonderful, beautiful, full. You gotta really start thinking. I'm more logical and practical. And if you tell me that I don't have no, I'm spiritual because my mind and heart thinks the same. I won't say, well, I killed you because you walked into my door. I looked right at you. I gave you, I didn't have to kill you. I don't even know what was going to happen. I'd rather for you to attempt to hurt me to me to strike. This is my moral code. For me to even strike you first. I see dudes that I fought. I'm like, I didn't really fight, but I'm happy I didn't fight him. Because I look at him now, I'm like, wow, I wasn't scared, but I didn't want to really fight. But I know if I had fought to the next level, I probably wouldn't be standing here. And people act like this is new, people killing people. This is not new. Nothing is new. Gayness is not new. Homosexuality ain't new. Transgender is not new. It's just now perfected. That's it. It's in the perfect form of what we want to call perfect on the natural earth. So there's nothing new to anything we saying and doing. Nothing new under the sun. That's whole truth, nothing but the truth. It's how you visualize everything you do. You be your best you, and shalom.